It's Madden.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time he had a guy average about 40 points a game. And he said the press got all over him because he didn't play much defense. He said he's averaging over 40 a game. The guy against him's not scoring that. We still have the advantage.
Yeah, and they got the win last week in that effort.
Even better. It's always best to clean up things after a win than after a loss.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders very strong in that victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Wilson to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Raiders at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's got this to Pickens, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. George Pickens with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. For Williams, there are the numbers from a week ago. 5 catches, 76 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
They go play action now. Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. On third down, Wilson. Flushed out right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. 10 carries, 78 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. make them adjust to them, make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 17-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. George Pickens. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Got his man. It's Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. Finding Williams once more. Complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To throw is Wilson. That pass completed to Dortch. And he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Got his man. It's Dortch. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Play action. It's Wilson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Levi Onwuzurike. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Play action, now it's Tua. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Got a man downfield, it's Otten. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 36-yard.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. To a hit, and the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Micah Parsons able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Koo knocks this one through the post. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. Already enjoying a two-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. On first down, Wilson. Throw left side, he's got Tillman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got his target. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on third and goal. Now it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Cedric Tillman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now a second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Toss left side for Walker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back to Walker on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Tua going to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That is caught. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. George Pickens.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Tua sets up to pass it. It's a short one here. And it's a fumble. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Monte Mapu.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
To throw is Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Wilson. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Quick slant to Watson.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
inside handoff. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. 2nd and 9. Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A give right side now to Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Here's Wilson.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Otten brings it in over the middle.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. Play action. It's Wilson.
Big strides, look at him go.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. Now Wilson on 1st down.
That pass completed to Dortch.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Tua going to throw. Complete once again to Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down 24-21. A little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Wilson. Dobbins with it.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Here's Wilson.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Open man, that's Tillman. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. I'll change that. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dalvin. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now inside the 25. Down inside the 10.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. And even 40 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Hunt.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So it's a win here for the LA Chargers, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for